Getting your site up and running on WordPress has never been easier. In today's video, we cover how easy it is to use the one-click installs within the HostGator cPanel. Roll the intro. What's going on, buddy, and welcome to the video. So this is actually going to be part 2 of our HostGator videos. Today's objective is a tutorial on how to show you how easy it is to get set up with a WordPress site within the HostGator cPanel. If you don't have HostGator services yet, head on over to this video. I'll link it up in the card and also in the video description. That video covers how to sign up for the HostGator services as well as get you 60% off your services. So enough with the chit chat, let's jump right in. So of course, the first step is to head on over to portal.hostgator.com/login and type in the credentials that HostGator sent you in the email when you first signed up for the services. Once you've got that information in there, go ahead and click on login, and it's gonna start logging us into the customer portal, where along the left-hand side of the screen, you're going to want to find and click on where it says hosting. From here, once it has loaded the new page, it's going to load all of the different types of domains or websites that you currently have under this package. You're going to find the domain that you want to work with and then left click where it says cPanel. This is then going to open up the cPanel or the control panel in a new tab, and it's going to give you all of these different options that you can use to configure your website. But the one that we're looking for today is typically right here at the top where it says build a new WordPress site. If you don't see that, come up here to the search field and just start typing in the word WordPress, and it will start filtering everything out that has something to do with WordPress. So once you have found it, go ahead and left click on build a new WordPress site, and it's going to take us to the beginning steps of the select domain for installation. So what this is going to do is we're going to want to go ahead and select a domain or whatever domain that you're wanting to install your WordPress site for. You're going to want to select it from the drop down, and then if you do plan on hosting multiple websites, it is a good idea to put these in a directory. That way none of the files intermingle or they don't get confused with each other or anything like that. It keeps them completely separate. So for today, I'm just going to do Aaron Mark Media as the directory or the folder, and then we're going to go ahead and left click on next. Once we have done that, we are going to go to the installation settings, where WordPress is going to ask for some basic information to set up your administration account. So for example, we've got the blog title here, which is just a quick description of what the website is, and it can be changed at any time. So we're just going to type in photos and leave it at that. We'll change it at a later time. Again, you will want to come up with a demo or an admin user. So for today, we're just going to do demo test. First name, we'll just do demo, and then test, we'll do the last name as test. And then as far as an email account goes, I will need to type in my actual email just because I will want to go through and delete this a little bit later. So we'll do that. So once you've got all of this basic information in there, you're going to want to come on down to where it says automatically create a new database for this installation. By clicking install import, you accept our terms of service agreement. So you will want to come down and select this checkbox. Then you'll notice that the install button will light up orange, and go ahead and left click on install. Once you've done that, right here at the top it says WordPress is installing. Browse our thousands of themes. It will not interrupt your installation. So you can start looking at different themes, but as you can see, it does have an installation complete, and then it does give you your installation details. Now, until we change the password later on in this video, you will want to make note of this password right here and this username, as those are going to be required to log in for the first time to the WordPress admin portal. So what we're going to do now, since the installation is complete, we're going to go ahead and copy this password, and then we're going to come on down and click on login. What it's going to do next is it's going to forward us over to the WordPress admin login, where we're going to want to type in the username or the email address that you set in the previous step, as well as paste the password in here so we can log in. So in this case, we did demo test, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste that password in here and left click on login. Once you've clicked on login, it's going to take you on over to the WordPress dashboard, where it's going to give you a quick rundown of the installation that you just did for WordPress. And from here, you can kind of start looking around as far as appearance goes, where you can start searching for themes, and then as well as plugins. Now, the last thing that we're going to want to do before we wrap up today's video is I'm going to show you how to go in and change the password to log into your WordPress site to something that you're going to remember. So again, log into your WordPress site and head on over to the left-hand side. Then you're going to select users. You're going to want to locate your username that you set up earlier in today's video, hover over it and select edit. Once that has loaded, you're going to scroll down towards the bottom and click on generate a new password. Here is where you can type in a new custom password. Once you're complete, go ahead and click on the update profile at the bottom of the page. Now, one thing to note that if you are beginning out on WordPress, WordPress is driven by themes and plugins. And so themes are what they're going to do is they're going to kind of change the look of how your website looks. They got kind of like a template basis that you can look at. You've got free and you've got pro versions. But on top of that, you've got different plugins to kind of make your website act the way they want. So for example, you can do a theme to make it look a certain way and then have a plugin that makes it to where you have certain types of photo galleries, such as I would for my photography business. So that's just kind of an idea, and that of course, if you know CSS or HTML, you can also implement that in there to make it even more of a customized feel. So WordPress is extremely easy to use, but also can be very powerful if you know how to work with it. And with that, that wraps up today's tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please put those in the comment section below the video. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, found it easy to follow and useful, give it a thumbs up and check out some of the other videos that we do on this channel. I'll give you a couple examples. Subscribe if you're not already, and enable the bell notification so you guys don't miss out on any type of future content, and we will see you on the next one.